Hello, everybody. My name is Zerduku, and welcome back to Music Girl. I'm sorry about the inconvenience, and I probably lost a lot of editing stuff, and so some of the things that we edited before will not be edited on upon release, and I do apologize for that. But things are just gone to hell. I mean, I don't know what the hell is going on, but if I know the three C's are just some sort of bad joke that me and Gunn could come up with.
Made a long time ago, but apparently I think he said them so many times they manifested.
You might as well because Jesus Christ, I never had this problem with the program completely locks me out and I had to restart my computer and everything.
Yeah, we tried Task Manager, everything.
Yeah, I don't understand why it did the thing. Wait, where is? Oh, so we're back into this and we're gonna start right about. Yeah, we're gonna start right here, I guess, because it's kind of over the place. But we're still going to try to edit a little bit as we go along, but I'm not going. But we're not going back.
Guess this wasn't supposed to be a two-parter, it's supposed to be a one-part.
It was supposed to be one part, but everything went to hell.
Yes, sir. Ask the security guard. Take this boy to the freezer room. If he survives, let him out. If he does not, then dispose of the body. Ordered Mr. Lindemann as he walks away. Yes, sir, Mr. Laundryman.
Laundryman.
Why does it always do that?
Mr. Clean still manifests.
Memes.
He wants to see his shit spotless. Where the hell's my Coke?
Ordered Mr. Lindemann as he walks away. Yes, sir, Mr. Lindemann. Said the security guard as he picks up Steve onto his shoulder and carries them away.
Carries.
Carries him. Carries him.
Wow. Guys, I need some editors. Yes, I cannot pay you guys, but please, for the love of God, if you do not want this cringe, please edit for me.
So he's asking for charity.
Please, for the love of God, I will praise you as a god if you please edit. Jesus Christ.
Said the security guard as he picks up Steve onto his shoulder and carries him away. Meanwhile, Music Girl is in the park practicing her guitar skills. But all of a sudden her practice was interrupted by some shouts. Music Girl! Music Girl! Yelled the black nerd known as Ferbert with a plea. He stops in front of Music Girl breathing heavily. You. Ferbert, is it? What's the matter? Asked Music Girl with empathy as she stands up looking at him with seriousness.
Emotional damage!
You need to think of a better catchphrase.
Listen there, the gun kid. Just because it goes, it's actually,
No, not you. Emotional damage.
We're going to ignore that because it's going to stay.
Oh, great. Hopefully Stevie doesn't find this stuff and he actually take back his catchphrase.
Oh God! He's going to become
He'll send a cease and desist.
what's that guy called again? Alan Wick.
John Wick.
John Wick.
Alan Wick. Alan Wick. There's Alan Wake, but not Alan Wick. Oh, I love that guy. He kills people and also writes books. Alan Wick. His name is 4 letters. 4 simple letters.
And I'm too stupid to remember them, okay?
I need to get a stapler and staple every sticky note to your head, so hopefully you have a vain attempt to remember.
You're gonna run out of paper. Trust me.
Staples. How much are sticky notes nowadays?
Not very much.
Hopefully still $1.
I think they're like 90 cents a pop or something.
Hopefully.
Alright.
I just heard that the leader of the Blue Squids is making a deal with the Mafia in order to kill you. Explain Ferbert with it, please. At the same time, Robert...
How do you spell plea again? I forget.
PLEA.
P what?
EA.
Oh,
No, keep the LEA. Yes, that's it. That's it.
I made that mistake. This is why you look at the computer and not the telly.
Explained
Well, it's a lot
Ferbert with
bigger
a
than
plea.
that.
At the same time Robert also shows up but he stops seeing
Wait,
that.
that doesn't look right.
There's a big space
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Explained Ferbert with a plea.
With
At the same
With
ah,
a plea.
Explained Ferbert with a plea. At the same time Robert also shows up but he stops seeing that music girl is busy. Don't worry, I can handle myself. You. Do you want something? Explain music girl, but she turned to see Robert standing there and then she asked him that question. It's nothing, I was going to just tell you the same thing. Said Robert, but he turned around concerned about something else. But he felt like she couldn't help him and besides she looked busy, so he turned and walked away. However, music girl felt there was more to it than what Robert said. However, music girl did not want to force him to talk about his concern. Even though she was concerned.
hmm. Oh God.
All one paragraph.
Oh sweet Jesus.
I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be action scene because, well, it's all one paragraph.
Well, let's find out what's going on here. I feel like there's like this a tons of explanation or something.
That night Robert went home with the concerns of what his brother has been choosing for himself. Throughout the afternoon thoughts were going through his mind. Robert felt that his brother was going through an identity crisis due to his choice of becoming gay. But he wasn't too sure how to approach the problem and he did want to ask music girl since she was always making an image of herself to be the voice of reason. However, Robert's conscience tells him that approaching music girl with this problem is just another dead end. Every time he has approached his brother with kindness and concern, his brother would retaliate with cruel words. Robert's only advice from other people has just been on the lines of just accepting on who they are, but he feels that that's the incorrect way of approaching it because a boy is a boy and a girl is a girl, and he feels that gender swapping is only a sign of something is wrong with that person. However, he feels no malice towards those people, instead he feels only pity, and as a result he wants to help those people with their emotional problems.
Hmm.
I'm not taking your side in this situation.
Are you just as evil as them?
I'm neutral. I'm still with music girl, obviously. Everyone else with this, I'm neutral.
Can't really see because of the glare. I really need to take care of that problem, but
Like curtains.
I need some black sheets.
However, Robert does not know how to approach the problem. So after dinner Robert finds himself laying in bed all by himself in his bedroom staring at the ceiling thinking about the issue. After running around in circles in his mind he becomes lost in his thoughts and his memories. He comes around a memory at what time where he went to a bookstore and bought a book. Robert always had a fondness for things that are dark and gothic. The book he bought is called The Legend of Reapers. In its pages is it a description of a heart-site amulet known as the Heart of Tears, which according to myth plays a melody that summons the angel of death with the sake of infinite wisdom of beyond the veil. Robert sort of giggled to himself remembering that he did find the Heart of Tears and kept it as a souvenir. Then all of a sudden a light bulb goes off in Robert's head. If superheroes like Music Girl exist, then maybe not only magic exists as well, but the myth of the Heart of Tears is true. So he gets out of bed and then opens up his cupboard revealing a black box.
Oh, great. Messes of magic you don't fully comprehend.
Well, it feels like he's out of options.
Yes. But there are options, but I doubt he can think of them. Let's keep going.
Let's see how this goes.
He opens the black box revealing a silver chain necklace with a heart-shaped medallion and attached did chain. The silver heart has a
Right.
picture of a skull on it and he knows that if it is opened it will play a melody automatically. Desperate to find answers, Robert snuck out of the house to go to a graveyard to increase his possible chances of summoning the Grim Reaper. So in the dead of night he snuck out his bedroom window and goes through his backyard, leaving through the backyard gate. 12 minutes later he walks up a small hill overlooking the public graveyard of Music City. With nervousness Robert opens up the heart-shaped medallion. Immediately a sad melody plays and for some reason Robert was compelled to whisper lyrics to the melody.
Up here, this didn't look right, and also didn't sound right neither.
Medallion and attached
Oh, it's supposed to be. Is it supposed to be is?
it to the chain.
It's supposed to be two.
With attachment tat and attach. Okay, let me see here. Open a black box revealing a silver chain necklace with a heart-shaped pendant and attached. A heart-shaped pendant attached to the chain. Remove and attached. All right, I'm coming up.
I got it.
Yeah, remove and it's attached to. Remove it and just put the.
Put two.
And the.
Got it.
All right, see how it sounds.
Actually, yeah, you're right.
He opens the black box revealing a silver chain necklace with a heart-shaped medallion attached to the chain.
Okay. Perfection. Thy name is. This name is Gunkit. Or whatever. Yeah, that didn't sound right.
Pressure gunk at this point. Oh, great. Summoning fucking. Oh, great. Black magic.
Cruel and cold like the rain in the heavens. Will you ever return to me? Hear my voice and sing with the clouds. My pain will never die. Whispered Robert to the sad melody as a tear goes down his face, feeling a sense of unyielding pain within the music. All of a sudden a thunderbolt caught Robert's attention and as a result he turned around to see that clouds were spontaneously spawning around him, covering the once clear sky of the night. Robert knew that there wasn't supposed to be any rain that night, so he was confused, but he felt that there was more to the storms and just its physical appearance. The cold clouds gave off an ominous feeling of emptiness. A feeling that was devoid of any purpose or reasoning and the world, leaving a sense of wrath upon the things that not need to exist.
That is kind of creepy.
As the cold rain comes from the clouds, the feeling of the heavens cry desiring empathy and hope, but the world that humans have created has been devoid of the light for so long that the rain clouds only symbolize eternal darkness of the creation of all humanity. Robert tried to shield himself from the cold rain by putting his arms over his head, but it was only a poor attempt. Then all of a sudden 4 strikes of lightning converge behind him, which caused Robert to look at the amazing sight of a bright wrathful sight of the lightning converging into a bright light that has turquoise-colored flames coming out that eventually formed into angel wings. The wings seem to spontaneously burn into bones, and out of the light comes a human-shaped figure wearing a black cloak with an orange mask and a halo consumed in turquoise flames. Its red eyes seems to glow beyond the turquoise flames.
Okay, that's a hell of an entrance.
What's turquoise?
uh, well, I think it only said once, right? I don't know. Turquoise doesn't. It's kind of like greenish blue.
As to being manifest in front of him, Robert falls on.
What? As to. Wait, did I copy something wrong? Or is it as a result? I don't know. As to
Let's just put as the being.
okay,
Let's place two of the.
got it.
I can now see why this program is not that good. I just saw it try to put themselves in it.
Yeah.
As themselves.
As the being manifest in front of him, Robert falls onto the wet grass, shocked and terrified of what he sees. The entity stares at Robert on the ground with his red glowing eyes, holding a bronze staff with a crystal skull on the top. "Do you wish to lie there like a coward?" asked the entity with a deep malevolent voice. Robert, shocked and horrified to the point of not being able to move as he watches the entity just hover slightly above the hill in front of him. Eventually, somehow, Robert found the courage to stand.
What'd you say?
Oh, great, Robert. Look what you did. You summoned a fucking devil. What demon? Whatever fuck it is. Eldritch being.
Well, it almost sounds like it's some sort of benevolent being that he summoned, but we'll see.
That's not to make it any better.
Of course not, because he hates everything.
I hate everything evil. It runs in the Gun Kid bloodline.
Uh, okay.
It worked. I can't believe it worked. How did it work? Robert stuttered with fear. "You're the one who called me, and if you do not speak your mind, I shall abandon you," explained the entity. "Oh, right. I'm sorry. You must be Zerjiku, Archangel of Fate?" asked Robert with a slight sense of hesitation. "It is now Archangel of Death," the entity responded. "But are you an angel of Valhaven, are you not?" asked Robert with a plea. "Yes. Speak your mind, young child," the entity responded. "My brother has chosen to be gay, but I know he's only making that choice because he's been rejected by cruel girls of my school. I wish to help him, but I do not know how. So can you please speak your wisdom and help me?" asked Robert.
I have appeared.
Self insert.
Of course not. I couldn't help myself, but since that's so cringe, I will not do that again.
Yes, please don't. The meter is way off scale. At this point, I've already jumped out the window. It's so cringe, it's powerful. It's stronger than the force.
uh, I think everything in this book has been nothing but cringe mostly.
A lot of explanation, a lot of descriptions, hell, a lot of descriptions, and a lot of
A
intros.
lot of editing. Yeah, well.
As an immediate response, a thunderbolt goes off in the far distance behind the Reaper, as the entity clenches his fist. At that point, Robert felt that the spirit of death itself has been angered. This is not a new problem. In matter of fact, 3 different human worlds and the multiverse have been brought to extinction due to an ever-growing population of gay and lesbians. The 10 gods and the 8 archangels of Valhaven are aware of this threat. We've been sending messages to your kind throughout the multiverse to try to prevent this dark malice from growing. But merely all humans do not believe in the supernatural, and as a result, when we manifest in their dreams or physically in front of them, we are met with fear and distrust. Explained the Reaper. "I guess I am no different since I fear you," said Robert with humility. After that, the Reaper seemed to take a moment to think. "I'm well aware that, Robert, that you are now taking a play in your school about the story of Moses," said the Archangel of Fate. "Yeah? So?" Robert responded with a little bit of ignorance.
So, okay. So this whole thing is happening all over the multiverse and it's causing mass extinction?
Enough. I'm not with this plot. I'm out. I'm neutral.
Well, it would stand to reason why in this universe the angels do not like this.
Thank God they're all fictional.
Fair enough, I guess.
In order to show that slavery is bad, God unleashed plagues upon Egypt to serve as a lesson. So maybe if I cast a number of deadly curses upon your city, that maybe a message might come across. Explained the angel of death. No. I won't let you, I'll send you back. Shouted Robert with fear as he holds up the heart of tears to the reaper as a way of casting him back to where which he came. The heart of tears is only a means to call me, not to summon and control. Besides, even if that was the case, the situation is not felt by just me of Valhaven. The 10 gods and control of Valhaven are running out of options of dealing with this
Wait, I'm
situation.
not supposed to be in control, but whatever. Problem
The 10
solved.
gods in control of Valhaven are running out of options of dealing with this situation. It seems that negotiation does not work with you humans. Perhaps you only understand violence, so we'll give violence a try in order to save the universe. Explained the Archangel of Death. As an immediate response, Robert falls to his knees, feeling like there's nothing he can do to stop the suffering to come.
Why does everything have to be mass genocide?
Well, we're not giving them an option.
Because this world's morally bankrupt. I get it. And everyone has a forehead of a fucking coffee table, empty and hollow.
A forehead of a coffee table. That one is good. Oh my god.
Head's big, but brain fucking non-existent.
Zero brain cells.
No, not even brain cells. They're lacking a fucking brain. You need a brain to hold brain cells. They don't have anything.
Empty space. It's basically
Hot air.
this. Yeah, it's this little hot air, and inside is just the guy swirling around. Huh?
You just float around a giant bulbous head, drifting in the wind.
Alrighty.
Fear not there, Robert. If you go in my place and spread the message with your voice, I will do what I can to hold the curses, but tomorrow a deadly storm will come to the city to signal my arrival. Explained the Archangel of Death. I will do what I can. Said Robert, I'm sure if anybody will listen. After that, Robert returned home before his parents knew he was gone, and the entity known as Zergico stayed out of sight, overwatching the city, planning his move.
Alrighty. So far, it's going smoothly. Let's hope it stays.
Hope it doesn't crash again. They had to make a fucking 3-part.
Well,
If
I
not, I'll
was I
try.
was talking about the editing, but that's good too.
The next morning, Music Girl gathers up her friends in the park of Music Town. As a result, Tony Dose, RJ Cobra, and Barbara met Music Girl at the park that day to talk. Hello, my friends. I have gathered you here today because boys are being mistreated in our school, and I figured that since the gay and lesbian communities are the cause and today is Pride Day, that we should gather up some people from our school to protest against people's bad decision. Explained Music Girl. Boys are not lonely because of those weirdos. People are just cruel. Trust me, I know. Tony responded with reluctance. Doesn't matter, I'm in. After all, I hate those freaks. Said Barbara, seemingly ready for anything.
Hmm.
Yo, what do you have in mind if they're in music, G friend? Asked RJ Cobra with curiosity. As an immediate response, Tony released a heavy sigh.
Wow, it's getting really bright in here.
It is. It is day, and it is, if the clock's correct, almost 1:30. .25. We're at page 25, seems like it.
Yeah, I actually can feel the ending coming.
That's where you have the whole ending's gonna come up like a giant brawl.
We'll see.
We're going to make a list of all the boys and men who claim to be lonely in this town, and we're going to gather them together to protest against Pride Day," explained Music Girl. RJ Cobra and Barbara agreed to do what she asked. However, even though Tony was hesitant on first, eventually he followed in line with reluctance. Weeks beforehand, the gay and lesbian community planned a carnival that day so all of the gay and lesbians can hang out during that day and have fun. So on a grassy hill overlooking Music City at Carnival was set up with Ferris wheels and many different rides with food stands feeding the community.
Okay.
Robert's brother Quint was hanging out with a bunch of lesbian girls from his school before all of a sudden a group of people with Music Girl in a lead gets everybody's attention in the carnival. Okay, listen up you gay and lesbian freaks. The first to throw a stone is the bad guy. Sad Music Girl threw her microphone on a stage ready to rock her heart out for the citizens of Music City. It's in a group of straight boys and straight men start raising a bunch of signs and start shouting against the gay and lesbian community on Pride Day. Becoming gay or lesbian guarantees extinction. Read some of the signs being protest against Pride Day. All women equals no children. Read some of the other signs.
Well, they're not wrong.
I'm not with the story no more.
Trans men are Frankenstein monsters that shouldn't exist. Read some of the signs of the protests. Get out of here you KKK want-to-bees, said the gay and lesbian community as they start picking up stones and begin to throw them against the protesters. However, Music Girl jumps in the line of fire and uses her sound waves from her guitar to shatter the stones. Okay. Who wants to go to jail for that? Ask Music Girl, looking at the gay and lesbian community with confidence. This whole thing is a really bad idea, said Tony with sadness within the protesting group. Despite her cheering along with everybody else making noise, Barbara could hear what Tony said. As a result, she stops cheering and looks at him.
It's supposed to be she.
The sheet. Seashell, she shells by she shop.
Oh God, we're not dealing with any Dr. Seuss garbage here. It's fucking glare. I can't see. There we go. What are you doing, Gun Kid?
In which had blind, like proper things for the
I
curtain.
don't.
What's the matter, Tony? Asked Barbara with concern. This is normally not my scene, Tony responded as he lowers the sign in his hand. But these people need our help, Barbara responded. T.I. Human beings cannot be helped. I've been picked on and mistreated by just the way I am. You think a race that enjoys self-harm to its own people can be helped? I seen how cruel people can be up close and personal. So I think this is a waste of time, said Tony as he drops the sign and begins to walk away. However, Barbara passes him. Tony, wait, shouted Barbara with a plea. Tony and Barbara got about 15 feet away from the crowd before Tony stopped and looked at Barbara with empathy. Tony, we cannot just let other people treat others with this much cruelty, and these people are making the wrong choice and we need to show them the right choice, Barbara said with a plea.
I wouldn't necessarily say that's edgelord per se, but whatever.
I'm already out of the story, so let's keep going.
We didn't edit anything in this, right?
Actually, the only thing we edited was C. I think that was the last part.
Well, just in case. Alrighty. Alright, here we go.
I only came here because you did, but I don't think it's my job to help every single sad human being in this world. Besides, I don't think the world can truly be saved," said Tony with a calm voice. Immediately Barbara was stunned by hearing what Tony said to her. Her heart fluttered and her mind overflowed with questions. However, at the same time something was happening on the other side of the crowd. "No one's going to jail, you evil bitch. After all, you came and invaded us, remember? Now raise the flag," shouted Quint with confidence. The gay and lesbian community raise the flag, but, as they do so, some ominous clouds form into the sky and then a lightning bolt strikes the rainbow-colored flag, setting it ablaze.
Uh, Great. That is not good. Gun Kid is quiet. I think he must have gave up.
"Well, that's my cue to leave," said Tony with a sense of hidden fear as he walks away from.
I would think that's supposed to be with.
Makes sense.
Said Tony with a
Or
sense
with
of hidden
worse.
fear as he walks away from the scene. "Tony!" shouted Barbara, but she felt like she couldn't get his attention anymore.
Alrighty, here we go. I can sense a little bit of music about to come in here.
Music girl, unless there's music.
"To save the world. To save the world, to save the world. I sent the pestilence in the plague, into your house, upon your food, upon your drinks and upon your yards. Into your streets, into your bed and upon your dreams. Until you all break and yield. I sent the swarm.
Plague.
I sent the horn. To save the world," sang both Music Girl and Tony. The moment starts with Tony walking away whispering the two lines with Music Girl with almost a sinister sound within
What
the
the fuck?
music. When the gay and lesbian community are confused watching their flag burn away, Robert slowly walks through the crowd approaching his brother. When Quint turns to look at Robert, all of a sudden the food spontaneously spoils and their home spontaneously set ablaze. Anybody who was a gay or lesbian or had anything to do with those communities face a pestilence of bed bugs and swarms of maggots and other disgusting insects, causing an outbreak of disease.
Damn, hell is being breaking loose.
Well, I guess the Moses reference was Finn, a plague of locusts and bugs.
And what'd you say earlier? I didn't quite catch what you said.
Whatever, keep
I don't.
going.
You don't remember? Okay.
I remember, but I think it's irrelevant. Keep going.
Once you used to be normal. Once you used to laugh and be happy, and now all you want to do is cause pain. But even now I wish the angels had another way, because serving as your foe on their behalf isn't what I want." Robert sings to his brother, getting his attention. At that moment Quint realized that his brother was causing all this. "I sent the thunder raining down. I sent all of your homes a burning. I sent the hail falling and freezing upon your homes." Tony and Music Girl continue to sing, as a thunder rains down upon the homes of the gay and lesbian communities. Then hail the size of soccer balls rain down, destroying not only their homes but their cars as well. Their pets have succumbed to disease and many of them were dying from spontaneous frostbite. Seeing the devastation, RJ Cobra jumps into his Cyber Kid costume without anybody noticing and trying to help to civilians of Music City, unknowing that this is happening all over the planet.
Oh, this is not good.
I guess the Moses bit was apparently relevant.
Yeah, I think you said that. Oh, that's what you said before. But yeah,
Yes, because I remember correctly in that lore, a plague of locusts came in against the Pharaoh after Moses parted the Red Sea. After Pharaoh failed to release the slaves.
yes.
"This is my home. All this pain and devastation, oh how it tortures me inside to see all the innocent to suffer from your stubbornness and pride, sang Robert pointing at the burning pride flag. I sent the parasites on the winds of the world that has never seen since. On every life. On every stock until there's nothing left until you yield. I sent my scourge. I sent my sword. To save the world. Sang both Music Girl and Tony. You who I call brother, why must you call down another blow? Sang Quint with anger. Send it back to the shadows. Sang Robert at the top of his lungs, making it clear that he wants the gay and lesbian communities to stop advertising themselves as something good, because he surely believes in the bottom of his heart is what they're advertising is wrong.
So it's more like going against a forceful stuff, more or less. And Gunkid refuses to speak.
I'm just here for the roller coaster ride of what the fuck's going on.
What, are you just confused?
This took a great fucking drastic turn. This ain't saving the world. This is just.
What is said for the world is to save the world,
Just, I give
sang
up.
both Music Girl and Tony. You who I call brother, how could you come to hate me so? Is this what you wanted? Then let my heart be hardened with pride. This still will be so, we will never return to the shadows. Sang Quint as a response of anger and pride. Despite the devastation, the gay and lesbian community stand together against Quint's brother as they surround him, holding their flags with pride. And so the scourge lives on to save the world. Sang both Tony and Music Girl. I will never let this go. Sang both Robert and Quint as a visual pans over the entire city and devastation of ruins, with a lightning bolt strike separating the two brothers in the distance.
That was very artsy.
All of us on Music Girl jumps over the flames in between the two brothers. What the hell is going on here? Asked Music Girl with concern. My homophobe brother cast a bunch of deadly curses upon the entire city. Said a Quint with anger, pointing at his brother.
Is that Aquint? It's supposed to be whatever.
Said Quint with anger, pointing at his brother. The other gay and lesbians looked upon Robert with sinister
anger.
intent.
It's Anchor. Was a fucking whole expo anchor. That motherfucker's so strong. It holds a fucking. Those things usually weigh like 200, 300 pounds. Am I right?
How do you spell anger?
Anger.
Like that? Or
Yeah.
is it ER?
ER.
Said Quint with anger, pointing at his brother. The other gay and lesbians looked upon Robert with sinister intent. However, Music Girl turned to Robert for answers. I'm truly sorry there, Music Girl, but I summoned the Grim Reaper to ask for wisdom, but he insisted that he should cast curses upon the city, and he used me as a messenger to tell them to stop advertising themselves out in the open. Explained Robert with empathy.
Well, I wouldn't say that Robert is the bad guy here. What it seems that the others are.
It summoned a fucking archangel of death.
He did not expect this to happen.
That he will expect wisdom. You meddle with sources beyond your control.
But to be fair, it seemed like Zerduku made it clear that even if Robert didn't summon him, that they were probably going to do this anyway.
You just gave him a faster way.
I don't know, man.
I'm already out of this. I bailed ship.
Apparently, the things want that to happen too, because that happened.
Please don't program question again. We have to make it part 3.
Well, that was more my mistake, but regardless.
Sounds like I have an appointment with death. Said Music Girl with confidence. Music Girl was going to say more, but everybody in that location was interrupted by another voice entering the field. "Indeed you do there, bitch,"
Oh, great.
said the other
Oh, great.
voice.
Here comes fucking
Music
crazy
Girl,
bastard.
Robert, and Quint look to see who said that, and they see Steve entering their location. "You again there, Steve? I guessing you haven't learned your lesson yet. Where's the rest of you goons decided to face me on your own?" said Music Girl with confidence, getting ready for a fight. Immediately Robert was frightened, and
Rest
as a
of you
result he ran
goons.
behind.
Rest of your goons. Or have. Right, had rest of your goons. I put it like a comma at the end. Or she's saying, or have you. Or decide to face me on your own. Or you decide to face me on your own.
Where do you want me to put the comma? Here?
Comma at the end of goons. Coming over at the end of goons.
Alright, got it. Uh,
Now, or you decided. Now put you. Now see how it sounds. Play it.
uh,
"Where's the rest of your goons, or you decided to face me on your own?" said Music
Or have
Girl
you
with
decided? Put
confidence,
have
getting
or
ready for
have
a
you.
fight.
where do you want to put the have?
Have between or and you. HAVE.
I'm just trying to find the H.
You need to get a new keyboard. Some of your keys are just fucking
I
gone.
know! I'm working on it, but I can't. Things have not been going very well. They're cooking.
"Where's the rest of your goons, or have you decided to face me on your own?" said Music Girl with confidence, getting ready for a fight. Immediately Robert was frightened, and as a result he ran behind Music Girl. "Oh, trust me when I say I don't need anybody's help to put you in your grave," said Steve as he takes a combat stance, and the rain
Sense. It's supposed to be.
Said. Or it could be snarled.
You know what? I don't know how to spell snarled, so we're just gonna leave it like this.
said
Right,
Steve
she
as he
really do
takes.
need Grammarly.
What? What'd you say?
I give up. Just keep going.
Said Steve as he takes a
We'll find a
combat
dictionary if you
stance,
don't
and the
read it.
rain becomes like floating blades around his body. "What the hell? You two need to run," yelled Music Girl with a plea. Steve throws a green fireball while Quint and Robert cower behind Music Girl, and Music Girl blocks the attack with a wall of sound from her guitar. Immediately after that the two brothers look at each other and they start to run away from the battle. "I'm going to enjoy putting you in your place, you stupid bitch," said Steve, taking 2 steps forward towards Music Girl.
I wasn't able to hear the whole thing because you were talking, but
Coward is spelt wrong.
where?
Coward. Just use the program you talk into it and it writes it.
I have to turn it on. Pause that real quick, and then I'm just gonna go back to here, get rid of that, and then paste, and then we're gonna quick save, and then we're good. Wait, did I paste? Oh, hold on. Okay, we're good. Oh, interesting. We forgot to do that.
Yep, forgot a clean slate.
"Now that there's no innocent civilians in the way, I can show you what I'm truly capable of," said Music Girl, taking 2 steps towards Steve and then goes into a combat stance. Steve makes the first move and the water blades strike like snakes, attempting to cut Music Girl into pieces. But yet again Music Girl uses her guitar to create a sound wave barrier to block the attack. Then Music Girl makes her move and sends a blast of sound with her guitar at Steve, but Steve rolls out of the way and counters attack with a green fireball. But Music Girl uses her guitar to summon music notes to block the attack with explosive results. Meanwhile Robert and his brother Quint are trying to run away, but they get blocked off by a wall of fire caused by the plague.
I don't know why it keeps capitalizing Fireball for whatever reason.
I think the thing thinks it's a wizard. Fireball!
My book thinks it's wizard. It thinks it's Harry Potter.
No, they don't say fireball in Harry Potter. They say something like fiend fire.
Okay.
That's the Dungeons and Dragons type stuff. Fireball!
fair enough, I guess.
Or the alcohol fireball. I actually tried that once.
You do realize that this is your fault, right? Said a Quint with a very pissed off tone.
Why does it do that? Why? Every time.
Said Quint with a very pissed off tone. Don't you think I know that they're brother? If we cannot outrun the battle, we need to hide. Robert responded with fear. So the two brothers run back to the battlefield and find a food stand that was not burned down. They hide inside, and while they're doing that, Quint sees a butcher knife.
Quincy's.
Quincy's.
uh,
It's added T. Quint. And
I
apostrophe
know.
S. I'm your late. You okay?
See, yes.
They hide inside, and while they're doing that, Quint see a butcher knife and he grabs it for self-defense, but then he looks at it thinking to himself.
Put S on the C's.
Oh. Okay, yeah, you got a good point.
They hide inside, and while they're doing that, Quint sees a butcher knife and he grabs it for self-defense, but then he looks at it thinking to himself. Back to the battle. When the smoke clears from the explosive music notes, Music Girl looks at Steve with confidence. Even with all your power, you cannot touch me, yelled Music Girl.
He has power, but doesn't know how to wield it.
You still can't take me down. You still suck.
Still a little psychotic bitch. I can't wait for his downfall.
I don't need to touch you, said Steve as he fuses the green fire with the water blades, and the water instantly turns black. And yet again the water strikes like serpents, but Musical blocks it with her sound waves, dispersing the water into harmless rain. She smiles with confidence before her skin begins to burn. Realizing what's happening, she rolls out of the way from the black rain. At that moment, Music Girl realized that she needs to end this fight quickly because Steve is becoming more creative. Meanwhile, while that your brothers are hiding, they watch the battle for a bit before.
Okay, whatever.
Well, your brothers.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, while that the
Meanwhile,
brothers are
while
hiding,
that the brothers.
they watch the battle for a bit before Robert.
What?
Meanwhile, while that the.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Meanwhile, while the brothers are hiding, they watch the battle for a bit before Robert realized that there is a way out. Come on, brother. Follow me, shouted Robert through the heavy rain and thunder. His brother listens to him and follows them to a gap in the fire where there seems to be safety. However, while Quint was following his brother, he thinks about what his brother did to him just because he chose to be gay. As a result, anger began to grow inside of his heart as he watches his brother from behind as they're both running towards safety. Out of anger, Quint throws the butcher blade and it impacts the back of his brother's skull. As a response, Quint smiles with insanity as he runs towards the corpse of his brother and continuously stabs his brother's corpse with insanity.
Damn.
Story. I'm out. Don't expect more reactions, folks. I'm done. That is just. I'm done.
No words to describe that. You, this is what pride does to you. Yeah, it's pride. All right, moving on.
You see now, you pathetic angels.
Okay.
You see now, you pathetic angels. Transhumans are the most powerful superior beings on the entire planet, and we will not yield towards anyone. Yield, Quint, as he holds up the butcher knife.
Yield is yield. You know what? I'm just gonna, since I don't know how to spell it. Yelled. Thank you. This glare is making it hard for me to see if I have the thing activated or not.
yelled Quint as he holds up the butcher knife to the heavens as if he is declaring war on heaven. Meanwhile the battle rages on between Steve and Music Girl. Steve throws two green fireballs and Music Girl rolls out the way, the first one which causes a building to explode from behind her, knocking down the Ferris wheel. The Music Girl uses a sound barrier to block the second attack. At the same time Steve summons more water blades and then Music Girl temperature with the switches on her.
What?
At the same time Steve summons more water blades and then
Summons. Summons. Jesus H. Christ, bruh.
At the same time Steve summons more water blades and then Music Girl temperature with the switches on her guitar and then releases a massive...
I don't... What? Okay, we're gonna have to pause on that one. Okay, I think I fixed it there, guys.
At the same time Steve summons more water...
But why? Why are you super spaced?
At the same time Steve summons more water blades and then Music Girl turns the switches on her guitar and then releases a massive set of charge that goes off into the clouds that causes for lightning bolts to strike Steve Winston, leaving...
Sometimes that is a thing with dictation as well. I don't know what your issue... Oh yeah, it's just reminding me of stupid shit from Facebook. Go away. No one cares.
At the same time Steve summons more water blades and then Music Girl turns the switches on her guitar and then releases a massive set of charge that goes off into the clouds that causes 4 lightning bolts to strike Steve Winston, leaving him open for music...
Instantly.
Winston.
Instantly. Go. I don't even know where... Okay, you know what? I'm just going to go way over here, even though it's not at the last period.
Off into the clouds that causes 4 lightning bolts to strike Steve instantly, leaving him open for Music Girl to finish them off with a ear-piercing sound wave from her guitar which causes his eardrums and brain to explode from the inside.
Fatality! Music Girl wins. Okay. I guess we're just going to go there because it's a little bit off center. Off the page.
I'm sorry Steve, but you gave me no choice, said Music Girl standing over Steve's corpse. After that, unaware of what happened to the brothers, Music Girl runs all the way to the top of the hill and releases a powerful sound wave into the sky. If there is a Grim Reaper who have caused all the strategy, one demand you sow your...
Strategy?
Savagery?
Maybe. You know what? We're gonna pause it. All right, back to this.
I'll say change have to has. Has caused all the devastation.
Where? Change what?
This to has.
Oh.
HAS. S.
Oh. That was my fault for not remembering that.
Hear all sounds.
If there is a Grim Reaper who has caused all the devastation, I demand you sow yourself.
You're supposed to be show.
Show. SHOW.
That?
Yep.
If there is a Grim Reaper who has caused all the devastation, I demand you show yourself, yelled Music Girl into the sky. At first nothing happened, and as a result Music Girl turned away and it was about to walk away from the scene. Like the 10 gods of Valhaven, I am always watching, said a malevolent voice, getting Music Girl attention. Music Girl turns to see the Archangel of Death hovering above the hill in front of her.
I think there's a lot of like things that should be with S's or something. I don't. Whatever. You know what? I'm getting kind of tired and well, not tired. I'm just like getting kind of like exhausted with.
Exhausted from all this constant errors that we've been
Yeah,
seeing.
it's really bad. And there's also like a lot of these super spaces for some reason, and I don't understand. And also some things that are like that should be capitalized should be capital, and I don't understand what this thing's issue is, and I cannot. And because that I don't understand computer program, I can't really fix the problem. It's and it's just too much.
Last page.
Oh, right here, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think I'm going to go this far for now.
If you're the one causing this evil, then I demand you to stop. Pleaded Music Girl. As an immediate response, the Reaper raises his hand and then snaps his fingers, and then, all the thunder crowds dissipate and the fires disappear along with the pestilence and plagues. I believe that was more than enough punishment. Hopefully now you get the message. Said the Angel of Death. I'm afraid no message was sent. At least not the right one. Violence is not the way to treat these poor people with these mental problems. Gays and lesbians should be pitted and not treated as a foe to be smite. Said Music Girl.
I think it's supposed to be pitied, but okay, or whatever.
Yeah, they should be pitied.
Okay, well, you know what? We're just gonna fix that. I don't even know how to spell it, but
Just use the program.
pitied. That doesn't look like that. Looks like pitted again.
Pause it. I'll look it up.
Fixed.
Violence is not the way to treat these poor people with these mental problems. Gays and lesbians should be pitied and not treated as a foe to be smite. Said Music Girl.
That's better.
Okay, smite to smited. Or just keep it good.
Well, I like it. I
Because
like
I'm
it the way it said.
exhausted.
I like it the way it's like it's not with an ED because it makes it sound more. I don't know, more cold. I guess I don't know how to explain it.
Your words are constantly filled with purity and understanding of people's feelings. For that reason I shall leave it up to you, their Music Girl. However, if you fail, Valhaven shall step in again with violence, since the angels have tried 12 times to negotiate with humility in understanding of you people. Said the Angel of Death. I will not fail because the light of hope is in my heart, and you can trust me to send any message that is necessary for the light. Music Girl responded. And so it is said. Said the Angel of Death as he ascends into the sky and disappears out of sight. The Music Girl walks away from the scene. To be continued.
I don't think we changed anything then, so I don't know why I'm doing that. Sorry for the two-parter, and also kind of sorry for the lack of commentary. But I think Good Kid just got not only got exhausted, he also kind of just stopped believing the story about like more than halfway.
I got beat by hands down the worst story I ever heard. Because holy shit. At the end, Jesus Christ. The brother kills brother. That's when I gave up on this story.
So near at the end, you basically gave up.
Yep. I was starting to give up at like halfway when more fuck shit happened. Then it became a cornucopia of apocalypse.
Well,
Well, I'm Will signing off. I'll let him take the rest from
that's
here.
pretty
Holy.
much, but that's pretty much like the issue is that uh, we just ignore everything, and then it gets to the point where it gets apocalyptic. But even when it gets apocalyptic, we just ignore it. So I feel like the story is basically trying to say something, and that causes the Armageddon. So please like and subscribe, and this is Zerduku and Gun Kid signing out.